How do you have the perfect morning in Magic Kingdom? We gave it our best shot. Get ready to rate my trip.
Okay, our perfect morning for Rate My Trip starts in just 2 minutes. I'm inside Magic Kingdom, and we actually got a good day for this because Magic Kingdom opens at 8 a.m. Whew. Now this is great because as you can see, not a ton of people on Main Street, and that's just because 8 a.m. means to really rope drop, you've got to be on your way to Magic Kingdom at 7 a.m. which means getting up somewhere around 6 or 6:30, perhaps even earlier. So it's a little bit harder of a task to accomplish, but if you can manage it, which I understand is especially challenging if you are not a morning person like me, or if you've got kiddos, then you can have a pretty incredible morning in Magic Kingdom. We are going to attempt to start by riding perhaps the most popular ride in the park, which is Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. It's either that or Tron Light Cycle Run, but I actually think it's Seven Dwarfs just because Tron is a thrill ride that isn't accessible to everybody, and Seven Dwarfs is not accessible to everybody, but it is more accessible to kids and families than Tron, and this is of course a kids and families park, so I like to call it the most popular ride. Now if you are a hotel guest, you actually get early entry, and early entry starts even before this. It started at 7:30 this morning, 30 minutes prior to park open. And so some folks have already been in some of the lands, specifically much of Tomorrowland, not counting Tron, a lot of Fantasyland. This is so empty. I think we're gonna have a really good morning. Looks like there is no Let the Magic Begin show at the castle this morning. Typically that's a great way to start the day, but maybe it's too cold for it? I don't know. Or maybe because the stage is set up for the holidays, they can't do it, but it's typically a very fun show, so I'm kind of sad we missed it. It should have happened just now as we were walking up the street, because the park is officially open, our game has officially started, and I think we're gonna have the best morning ever in Magic Kingdom. That's the plan anyway. So the line for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is outside of a little awning. It was pretty long, however, we're still going to do it because the big trick with why rope drop is so effective on some of these rides, even though the lines start to get long, Lightning Lane hasn't kicked in yet. Lightning Lane is Disney's paid skip the line option, and it does, in some cases more than others, slow down the regular line. But first thing in the morning, there are fewer Lightning Lanes entering the line, just because they sort of start to compound as the day goes on, and usually the lines move a lot quicker. So we're hopping in this line as of 8:05, and we're gonna see how long it takes us to ride Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Perfect morning.
It's 7:54 a.m. where I am rope dropping Captain Cook's for breakfast. Yes, I am using some park time to have a real breakfast before I get started. I'm gonna skip lunch and do nothing but have fun from now on after I have a delicious breakfast. Captain Cook's is a quick service restaurant inside Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. They do accept mobile order. However, the item that I'm ordering is an off-menu item. They have something here called Tonga Toast. It's also a legendary offering upstairs at their sit-down restaurant called Kona Cafe. But down here, it's cheaper. You can get it as a quick service offering, and they offer it down here like they do upstairs in a plant-based version, but down here you just have to know about it. It's not on the menu, and you can't order it on mobile order. You have to wait in line. And very quickly they got this out for us. $10.99, you get this generous portion of what is essentially French toast with bananas on the inside, and the entire thing is dusted in at least sugar. I think there's cinnamon in there too. Here's a plant-based sausage, and I like to bring it out back here to Trader Sam's Tiki Terrace. This is the area out back, the kind of more casual outdoor Trader Sam's experience. Trader Sam's is the heavily themed, immersive tiki bar that is here that people line up for to experience at the Polynesian Village Resort. Of course, it's closed. It's very early in the morning, and so I'm bringing my breakfast out here, and this is my idea of the ultimate perfect morning, the best way to start a day at Magic Kingdom. Actually not in Magic Kingdom. I've done this tip for social media before, but if you take one of these packets of Smucker's strawberry jam and one of the knives and you kind of whip it up, you sort of get the consistency of the strawberry compote that's served on the Tonga toast upstairs at Kona Cafe. It is not served with it down here. That is something you miss by eating this at Captain Cook's, but I've figured out this little hack that kind of approximates the experience, and for the price, I think it's very, very good. And there is the finished product. That strawberry compote we approximated on top with a couple of packets of maple syrup. And when we take a look inside, there are those bananas, that awesome plant-based French toast. And Emma and I did a review of Kona Cafe where we compared the plant-based to the regular Tonga toast. I did a blind taste test with Emma, and she ultimately picked the non-plant-based one as non-plant-based. But she said that just in general it tasted better to her, which I completely understand. That's more times than not going to be the way that it is, but this is really delicious to me. If you or somebody in your family has special dietary needs, especially allergies, or if they're plant-based, Magic Kingdom is not the best at accommodating those for breakfast. You can find some accommodations in table service restaurants, but if you're looking for something quick service, grab and go, it's tough out there on the mean streets of Magic Kingdom. I like to start my day with breakfast at a resort. Now, you could do this earlier than I did, but then the line would have been much longer because most people are now in the parks. They're not standing in line at their resort getting breakfast at the time the park opens. That's my little tip. I'm in my way saving money. I slept a little bit longer. I took longer getting ready. I walked my dog Daisy. We had a nice morning, and now I'm here having breakfast at a place that I love. I'm having a dish that I'm obsessed with, and I'm not stressed. I'm completely calm. I feel great. I feel happy, and I'm not irritated. I'm not hangry because I can't find food that I like in Magic Kingdom or breakfast. It gets better at lunch, way better.
All right, 19 minutes later and I'm boarding. 19 minutes for 7 dwarves, I'll take it.
So good. Why wouldn't you do this? Look at this. It's just, we're the kings of the world and queens. It's like being royalty. This is being a VIP in Disney World. Very impressive planner.
All right, under 20 minutes, and we got to ride 7 Dwarfs Mine Train. That's pretty cool. Wait times are still really low because it's still really early, and then also Magic Kingdom was at 6 today for a party, so I don't think a lot of people came here, even though it's still a ton of time in the park day. And even though there's a short park day today, you can probably get the same amount done that you would be able to get done on a different day of the week that was a longer park day, because people avoid short park days, and you'll have a better time doing it, most likely. And then you can go to another park if you have Park Hopper, or Disney Springs if you don't. So, you know, you can still have your super long day if that's what you want. But let's see. I'm kind of tempted. I think I am going to go try to get Peter Pan's Flight too. I would call Peter Pan's Flight is also definitely top 5 most popular rides in Magic Kingdom, maybe top 3. It is a dark ride, a classic Disney dark ride where you fly in a pirate ship through the story of Peter Pan, over London, over Neverland. It is wonderful and charming and so fun, and often has waits of an hour or 45 minutes, but right now it's still posted a 20-minute wait. It is typically my rope drop choice because a lot of the hotel guests in early entry tend to head to 7 Dwarfs Mine Train and then Peter Pan, which means if you rope drop Peter Pan's Flight, you might get ahead of some of those hotel guests. It is a lot of times what I do, but this morning we're going for gold with both. Having our little Fantasyland morning. The big trick with morning in the parks is that the first hour or 2 hours that the park is open are gonna have some of the shortest lines of the entire day, and that is when you wanna be riding rides. So don't worry, snacks and breakfast will be a part of my perfect morning this morning, but I'm using this prime time to get a lot of the biggest rides in. 13 minutes.
Pixie dust, and off we go!
And by 8:36, we're already waiting for the monorail headed to Magic Kingdom. And I think I see it now. There it is. So with the resort monorail, you can actually go all the way to the front. And there is a gate 12 trick on that end as well on this monorail line. So over here on the right hand side where the resort monorail is, there is a little staircase to exit here as well. And you can see it does have an advantage to be in the front of the monorail, in this case on the resort line. And another great benefit of coming a little bit later than the rope drop crowd is that look at all these cast members waiting for us to arrive. And we're arriving for our perfect magical day.
Hi Quincy, hi crowd, hi Emma. Okay, I was thinking about popping out of Fantasyland and into Liberty Square to get Haunted Mansion, but it is currently down. 13 minutes for Peter Pan is awesome, especially after riding Seven Dwarfs Mine Train without early entry. This is a killer morning so far, for sure. I'm thinking about potentially popping into Tomorrowland with you. Maybe Space Mountain, maybe even Tron if we're feeling bold. Tiana's Value Adventure is also down. Also, quite chilly this morning, so I'm a little hesitant to do that one, even though I do think my friends may have bet that I wouldn't ride a water ride since it's pretty chilly. But I would like to ride Winnie the Pooh. It's just honestly posting as the longest wait in the park. Not really, Tron's longer, but it's posted at 30 minutes right now, and it's been pretty long all morning. It was definitely the longest wait in early entry, which is so funny, but Winnie the Pooh is a very popular ride. So the whole family can do it, literally the whole family, from your little baby all the way up to grandma, grandpa. Everybody can ride this one. So tends to be very, very popular. It's nostalgic, it's charming, and it has a low capacity. So long waits are pretty common with this one. I am, however, gonna go look at it with my eyes because all the waits have been shorter than posted, and we're still in that window where lightning lanes aren't slowing down the lines too much. I think this is gonna be shorter than 30. I think we continue our Fantasyland morning and we do the mini adventures of Winnie the Pooh because it looks to me like it could be shorter than 30, especially considering Lightning Lane is not in business yet. If it is 30, that'll be our longest wait of the morning and no big deal.
It's 8:54 and we are in Magic Kingdom. It's official. I just checked the My Disney Experience app and the wait times are they look great. Tron's only a 40-minute posted wait right now. Should we just start the day with Tron? I mean, we already started the day with Tonga Toast. Let's follow it up with Tron. Shall we? I think we shall. I'm not following my own tip and taking the Tomorrowland Terrace route to Tomorrowland. I am going full vibes today. We are having the dramatic arrival across the Tomorrowland Bridge. We're going official. We're going heavily themed. We're going drama. We are going vibes. I've got to say, I feel great. I feel full, but not too full. I feel satisfied by what I ate. I don't feel like I had to eat whatever, some weird little morsel, some pre-packaged chip in order to get me through the morning. I had what I wanted, and that makes a lot of difference. It starts the day off right for me. Honestly, Space Mountain has posted 5 minutes. We can literally use this to transport us from here to back to Tron, or closer to Tron. Let's just get on Space Mountain while we're at it. Walk on.
To say we are having a very good morning. We have done 3 extremely popular rides in Fantasyland, all within about an hour of park opening, which is incredible. The line for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is now outside of the ride queue, so it's starting to pick up a little bit. But yeah, that line was not 30 minutes as expected. It's always a good idea to take a glance with your eyes, and especially early in the morning before those lightning lanes have started to become problematic for the standby lines. Lines might be a little bit shorter than they say, so look with your eyes. I am actually going to head over to Tron Light Cycle Run. It was up close to an hour about 30 minutes ago, and it's dropped down to 25 minutes. Now, this is where it could get a little dicey because a lot of folks might be seeing that and heading over there, but I mean, anything below 40 is great for Tron. So I figure worth the effort. Little update to Magic Kingdom is that this used to be Cool Ship, and they've changed it to Astro Fizz. Still kind of the same stuff. They've got slushies here now and popcorn. They didn't have stuff at Cool Ship, so, you know, that's a plus. I should probably go straight to Tron, but I don't want to do any backtracking today. And after Tron, I think I'm going to circle back into Fantasyland. So I think I might grab a 5-minute wait for Space Mountain. Space Mountain, very popular ride, but not as accessible to everybody, which does mean that it typically takes a little bit longer than the other very popular rides to start to get long waits in the morning. I also will say this is not a bad choice for a ski attraction in Magic Kingdom on really busy days. If you can't book another tier 1 before like 10, 11 a.m., then you can usually get Space Mountain for the first hour of the park day with your lightning lane and use that as your first ride, which will then open up your day, and your lightning lanes can be used for really high priority attractions. I have done that before, and it gets Space Mountain out of the way, which can be a hard one to get a little later in the day. So just an idea. I'm of course not using lightning because I don't feel that I need to.
Space Mountain was definitely a walk-on and definitely a great way to start the morning. Who needs coffee when you can just walk onto Space Mountain on your way to Tron? You exit into Tomorrowland Launch Depot. This is a retail location where you can get Space Mountain and Tron merchandise. You can also get NASA and Star Wars merchandise. And now Toy Story. Wow, you can just get anything here. Forget theming. Listen, you gotta sell stuff. But what you can do is just keep walking through the store and make your way straight to the Tron entrance. And now we'll see if it is still posted 40 minutes. I haven't checked the app. I literally just walked off the ride. I'm still out of breath from how thrilling that was in the morning. It was perfect. Loved it. Starting with a bit of Tomorrowland history. Space Mountain was not an opening day attraction. It opened 4 years after Magic Kingdom opened, but it's definitely part of the first decade of Magic Kingdom. And now we're gonna ride something part of this decade of Magic Kingdom, Tron. We are looking at something of a miracle. It's the 25-minute posted wait time right now for Tron. Just walking right into the pre-show.
That one is so herky-jerky. I just feel like I got shaken, like I'm a cocktail or something. But, you know, it's fun, so we'll give it to it. I'm gonna see if Tron is still looking okay. Or we might try. I wasn't expecting to try. That'll be a really fun plus. I am pretty hungry, but it's hard to pass on such like effective rope dropping. So I'm gonna keep doing some rides for a minute, but we're gonna work our way towards a breakfast stop, which is a major part of my perfect morning and one that I deeply, highly, and heavily recommend as a great breakfast or lunch. So I'm gonna make my way that way, but I'm gonna ride rides on the way there. All right, it has you on a fist being posted 35. I don't know, everything's been so much shorter than posted. And as I said, even if it is 35, under 40 is great for Tron. So I think I'm still gonna go for it because that'd be a really cool way to get a little extra fun in. Also, I definitely think this could be something that my competitors said that I would not do because the Tron is not exactly an easy ride to get on if you don't have hotel early entry. So it would not surprise me at all if this is bonus points for me because someone bet that I wouldn't do it. But hopefully that's the case. This definitely looks like it could legitimately be 35 and I'm seeing a lot of back and forth in the queues, but I do think I'm gonna do it. Just in case that's bonus points, and even if not, what a great wait time for Tron. That'll take us to about half of our time, and I will have ridden so many of the most popular rides in Magic Kingdom, pretty much all of them, except for Tiana's and Jungle Cruise. It does say 40 now, and it does look 40. Am I changing my mind? Yeah, let's change our minds. This is okay too. It is okay to decide that a wait is too long once you get to it. Wait times change fast, and again, we're looking with our eyes. That looks like it's 40. I even go up to 50. My pro tip here is if you see a ride wait time fluctuating like that, where you see on the app, Tron has been doing this all morning. If you see it going from 25 to 60 and then back down to 25 and then up to 40 and then down to 30 and then up to 65. You want to actually go over there when it's one of the higher wait times because usually that means that folks are keeping an eye on it and going over when it's low wait times, so why those rates are spiking. And then everyone's like, oh, maybe it'll go down again, so they're not going this busy. So if you go over there when it's 65 an hour, you might find yourself a happier camper because you'll end up being in those surprisingly low waits for what's posted. But we still got Space Mountain going over here, which was kind of good. So I think I'm actually gonna head into Storybook Circus because I would like to do some character meet and greets. I would love to meet like 4-ish characters in this morning because I think that would be really cool. So I'm gonna do some meet and greets in Storybook Circus. That could have been me, maybe if I didn't ride Space Mountain. But you know what? You're lucky.
incredible. It's still the Tron Aries overlay, so it's that music by Nine Inch Nails, which is very cool. It has the red overlay. I think the storytelling's better. I like the fact that there's a sort of mission control person telling you what to do, keeping you focused. Ignore them! He yells that at one point. I like that. Made me feel excited. Speaking of feeling excited, it's still just the beginning of our day. We've already gotten 2 major attractions out of the way and an incredible breakfast. I don't mean to beat a dead Tonga toast, but starting the day with food you actually like and fills you up really sets you off on the right foot. And I've always kind of known that, but I didn't really believe it. But now this is like my identity, is telling people this. So get ready, kids, because breakfast's important. What is it, the 50s? I just checked in with the My Disney Experience app. You know what is right here in Tomorrowland has a 5-minute wait, and I haven't experienced since its recent refurbishment? Astro Orbiter. Not usually something that would be on my list, but because today I'm set free in Magic Kingdom to do whatever I want, which is so, I feel like crying. It's such a wild experience. Not that I'm forced to do things I don't want to do here, it's just usually I have such an agenda that this is really magical. Let's ride Astro Orbiter. Let's experience the newly refurbished ride and see what it looks like, see how it feels. That sounds really fun to me. Are you in? Let's do it. The posted wait out front over there is 15 minutes. Now, that just might have not changed back yet. This looks like a solid 5 minutes for Astro Orbiter. The big wait is for the elevators, and once we get up there, we do wait for 1 round of guests to go up and experience the ride while we wait patiently. So should just be within the 5-10 minute range, maybe 15, we'll see.
All right, I took the path under Tron Light Cycle run to cut over here to Storybook Circus. I think we're gonna hop on Dumbo. I'd maybe like to go meet Goofy and Donald, which opens in about 15 minutes. Maybe Dumbo will take us that long. It's a 5-minute wait, which is pretty much a walk-on, but kind of a slower to load ride, a slower capacity. So maybe the timing will work out. Try not to backtrack. Taking more steps is not part of my perfect morning, so trying to keep from zigzagging. Dumbo the Flying Elephant might not seem like a high-demand ride, but it actually is because it is so low capacity. It actually takes quite a while to get on it a lot of the time in the morning, and it can get longer waits later in the day. But the cool thing about this ride, literally, is that there's a playground in the AC with benches for the parents. So even a longer wait for this one is not too bad because the littles can play on the playground, mom and dad can take a seat, and it can be a nice break. But it is a little lower capacity ride, so it just takes a long time to move people through it. And it is like maybe the most iconic Disney World ride, this or Teacup. So you gotta ride it, you know? I don't know if you can see them, but all the characters I wanted to go meet, Minnie and Daisy, Donald and Goofy, are standing at the exit of Dumbo watching the Dumbo cars fly. That's so cool. They're riding. They're so cool. They're gonna ride.
This is my first time seeing them up close. Wow.
It's been a while. We pull back on the control lever in front of you.
Okay.
To descend, just push the control lever forward.
There we go. Beautiful. Get me up close look at the new paint job on all of the planets. Everything looks so good. Wow. Why do I love this so much right now?
Okay, well that was awesome. Now I'm on Dumbo, which is pretty cool. I can't believe all of these characters just came on Road Dumbo. I wonder if they do that all the time. That meet and greet opens at 10, and they came and rode right at about like 9:55, like right before their meet and greet. That was so cool. And now I'm on Dumbo. This is the best morning ever. Well, it was already in the plan to go meet those guys, but I think we definitely have to now. We gotta ask them how their ride was on Dumbo. Mine was great, so, you know, I bet they had a good time too. Well, they've already gotten quite the line out the door over here. Which makes sense. They did just walk through Storybook Circus, leading people to their meet and greet after riding Dumbo and getting a lot of kiddos seeing them, so that I can see how that would happen. Oh, Pluto's over there. I'm in line to meet Goofy and Donald, who are my favorites. Typically the line for Minnie and Daisy is a little longer, so you don't have a kiddo who's picky about... This is so cute. Okay, new pro tip, go to meet and greets right when they open. There's like so much festivity happening with the characters. Oh, and look, Pluto's right over there walking around the land. I love this.
It's not new for me to say that Astro Orbiter is surprisingly thrilling. In fact, some people are actually scared to ride it. People who are afraid of heights do not like being on a Dumbo style ride up in the air like that. This one has always had real centrifugal force, especially as you descend, but now it seems to be increased dramatically. I think there might have been more momentum gained during the refurbishment. They took apart the entire ride and took it off site and did things to it to refurbish it. And I believe since it's been reassembled up there, it is functioning in a very thrilling way. Very thrilling. I think it's still surprisingly thrilling compared to what you think it will be. That being said, I had a lot of fun. I checked the My Disney Experience app. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is posted at 40 minutes. That's excellent for that ride, for this time of day, for any time of day. So let's get in that queue and see if it's not even shorter than that. Wow, it dropped to 40. 5 minutes less than posted.
Hey Goofy, good morning. I saw you on Dumbo just now. I also rode Dumbo just now. Oh, hey. You have a good ride this morning? Yeah, it's nice out there. Nice winter weather. Yeah. Well, did you do this? I don't think it was you. I don't see anything back there out of the ordinary. I think you were fine, probably. Yeah. You're wearing a helmet. Exactly, and that's what matters. Can we take a picture, Goofy? Hi, Donald. How's it going? Oh, my gosh. Good morning. I don't know. I went for the hug. You only went for the hand. Did you ride Dumbo just now? I did. Yeah, so did I. Yeah, you were flying. I saw you. It was pretty cool because, you're my favorite. And you're natural at flying, which makes sense because, But yeah, I've got all my friends in here. They live in here. They're very small. But yeah, they're little. Yeah, they like that. Cool. This is great. What a great, go to Storybook Circus around 10 a.m. Things are gonna be pretty crazy here. I think now, guess what time is it? I've been in Storybook Circus for about, really? Only like 20-ish minutes, 25 minutes? That's crazy. Okay, this feels like a whirlwind. I think I'm gonna hop on maybe Under the Sea Journey of the Little Mermaid. Ooh, should I still buy a bakery case today? It wouldn't surprise me if that was a bet against me either, because that's not something we commonly do. I love a bakery case, but I'm getting a better breakfast than a bakery case. That's probably a later in the day activity, and I'm on morning duty, so. Okay, headed into the sort of new Fantasyland area. This is mostly themed to Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, and Little Mermaid is our first area that we're entering here. This is home to both an Ariel meet and greet, which I might check the wait time on. This was my favorite when I was a kid and as a teenager. As a redhead, you're obligated for your favorite princess to be Ariel when you're little. They tell you that. They call you into a meeting of redheads and they tell you have to like Ariel the best. I think she might have a long line though. 25 is not terrible. I don't know. We just saw some characters. We might come back to it. But I think first let's head on the ride. Maybe grab our breakfast because we are coming in close to our breakfast location. Yeah, posted 5-minute wait. That's what I like to see. Now with this ride, you don't want to wait in too long of a line for it because it does tend to have short lines in the morning and the evening. Except on the busiest days of the year, it might get long pretty quickly. But usually it drops or takes a little bit to get up to being a long wait. So if you ride it early or late, you won't have to wait a long time. But in the midday, it can get up to 45 minutes, an hour plus sometimes, just because kiddos love Ariel. It's me, I'm kiddos. I love that mermaid.
When I first got in line, I was worried because of how far back the queue started, but we're moving very quickly and I was like, how is this happening? They haven't increased capacity or anything. What I think is happening is that nobody bought a single pass today, so we are having the experience of what it's actually like to live the old days and just get in queue for a ride and wait, and it's not that long a wait.
Walk on for Little Mermaid, got to see the story of the Little Mermaid. I'm glad I didn't do Ariel because it now says 30, which means it was probably 30 when I looked at it too. So I'm glad I didn't go meet Ariel, even though I love her and I wish I could meet her right now. Now I think it's breakfast time, but I laugh. It's 10:30, so we are 30 minutes past halfway through our perfect morning. And I have to say I'm pretty happy with my performance so far. I might try to catch the castle show because the morning's a great time to watch it because you do have to stand in direct sunlight to watch the castle show, and it can get very, very hot in the middle of the day, depending on the time of year. I might try to catch a castle show on Main Street towards the end of our morning. I don't know. I would love to do Haunted Mansion, do Pirates. I don't know. World of possibilities. The whole kingdom of possibilities. But the first possibility is eating one of my favorite things in all of Disney World. Magic Kingdom, not the best for food. This is a strong exception. I'm headed to Gaston's Tavern, and no, I am not getting the colossal cinnamon roll. Gaston's Tavern is, of course, the Beauty and the Beast themed restaurant. They do not have mobile order, so usually a little bit of a line in here to get some food, but they have some delectable options. One savory, one sweet. I was thinking about getting both, but I don't know if I'm hungry enough yet.
30 minutes we waited to ride 7 Dwarfs Mine Train. That's incredible. You know what I'm really in the mood for, and we're kind of close to it? Let's ride Haunted Mansion. The posted wait right now is 15 minutes. I have a feeling it's even less than that. Why do I have that feeling? Because pretty much everything else has been. There does seem to be a bit of an accumulation out front, but the posted wait I see out front is still 15 minutes.
All right, I'm on 5 because there was a table available. It was a 4 top, and there were a lot of families in there, so I want to make sure they could sit. I have my creme brulee croissant is what I ended up going with. Here she is. Not the prettiest today. Sometimes it's pretty, sometimes it's not, but it always tastes delicious. And I'm so excited because I love this so much. I'm not a sweet pastry, sweet breakfast person typically, but this is unbelievable. I do have a fork and knife, but I didn't get to the cream at all. It's actually like crispy sugar, like bruleed on top, and then there's vanilla custard in the middle. It's a little dry on the edges, but still buttery and flaky. I don't want to get to the custard. I can see it in there. Oh, the brulee sugar is so good. I haven't even had any custard yet. It's like vanilla bean custard. Like it has little black specks in it, which is how you can tell a good vanilla bean ice cream. It's just so delicious. Sweet, creamy, crunchy, and flaky. This isn't even the best one I've had, and it's still better than a lot of stuff in Disney World on a good day. And we're eating breakfast around like 10:30, which is a great time to eat breakfast because it means that we'll be able to hold over until a little after lunchtime. That's part of why I was thinking about also getting the ham and gruyere sandwich, because then I could do like a big brunch sort of by having this and the ham and gruyere sandwich. I'm just not hungry enough yet. But if I could have done that, that would have meant that I wouldn't need to eat again until like 2 or 3. There's the ideal. You want to eat at like weird times when you're in Disney World because the lines get long at those peak lunch times around like 12 and 1 and peak dinner around 6 and 7. A lot of people eat breakfast before they come. Breakfast is kind of like limited also. It ends around 10:30. This is available all day, but a lot of the breakfast spots end around 10:30. I recommend tearing this in half because there's a lot of cream in the middle, and once it starts to like kind of spill out, you can dip the edges in it. I'm gonna finish this and then maybe we go meet a princess. Not a 30-minute line for Ariel, but a different princess or 2. If you want to see more options for morning in Magic Kingdom, we have tons of videos where we spend the day here. One kind of recent one is we had a toddler plan our day, an actual toddler. 2.5-year-old. Sage's daughter planned our day, and it was quite fun, honestly. It was definitely more unique, but it was a fun day. We did do Enchanted Tales with Belle, which I actually really recommend. It's an incredible show / meet and greet that's interactive for everyone, but especially kiddos. If you got a princess-loving kid or a kid that loves to be the center of the attention, spotlight, then you got to do Enchanted Tales with Belle. There's home videos of me when I was a kid where my dad would get out those like big camcorders with the screens you could flip around. And I would stand in front of the camera and I would go, "Dad, see me, Dad, see me," until he flipped the window over so that I could stare at myself in the camera. And now this is my job. So I guess some things never change. I don't do that anymore. I don't need to see myself, but it is funny. So I think it'll be fun now to swing by Princess Fairy Tale Hall. This is a 2-sided meet and greet. There's one side that has Tiana and a visiting princess, and one side that has Cinderella and a visiting princess. I'm just gonna pick the side with the shorter line, which is the Tiana side. Now, something I'll say is that this line tends to be quite inaccurate, the wait time for it. So this is definitely one I would say, look with your eyes, because you never know really with this one if it's much longer or much shorter. If you see it outside, it's long, probably 40-ish minutes, maybe an hour. I think the other side is shorter than posted, but I'll confirm in a second. Yeah, so once you get inside, if you're in these turnstiles, you're looking at maybe like 20, 25 minutes. And if you're in this next room, you're looking at typically like 10 minutes or shorter. So the other line, as you can see, is inaccurate, because it's empty. So you really do have to look at this one with your eyes. And I'm like, maybe I go around and meet Cinderella, but we'll be taken into this side soon anyway. So it's really no line in here for either. Maybe I'll do both. You won't believe our luck. Ariel came over here. She, of course, got her dad to give her some feet and then came over here to come meet us here. So Ariel's our visiting princess. The visiting princess is always a surprise. They will not tell you who it is. But it can be, you might see Princess Elena or Snow White or Mulan or Ariel, you just never know. Tiana and Cinderella always here on either side. Hi, Tiana. I'm good, how are you? Oh, thanks.
Looks like they're moving to the own beat of her drums this year.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, always.
What are you celebrating besides the holidays?
Well,
Special.
My friend and I are seeing who can have the better morning today.
Really? So
yes.
you two having separate...
We're having separate mornings and we're seeing who can have a better morning. Mine's been pretty perfect.
Really?
So, yes. Yeah.
Are you starting it in different, like...
We're both here in Magic Kingdom, and we've just been doing our own thing to see.
So interesting.
Yeah, I got to see Minnie and Daisy and them riding Dumbo earlier, so I've had a very good morning. It's pretty
I
fun.
must say, you have mermaid hair just
I
like
do.
mine. You use your jingle hoppers.
Of course. How else do you get the tangles out?
Tangles, eh?
Yes.
Just like Scuttle.
Yes.
He's always the best when it comes to knowing you.
Yes.
Stuff. You must ask him about all the treasures he finds too.
Oh, I will. I
All the
will.
gadgets took his nose sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Silly.
Yeah, he's a
I think
silly
he's
guy.
Going to be a clownfish like for
Yeah.
He's just a bit of a guy.
Yeah, he's just... I love it. Yeah. Okay, awesome. I am going to go and meet the others because the line's a walk on. Why wouldn't I? And I got to meet Ariel. I want to see who the other visiting princess is. It's like a fun game. And also, what time is it? 10:53. Okay, we're about to be in our final hour. And I will have met 4 characters, which I wanted to do. 2 princesses, Goofy and Donald. I will have met 6 princesses. So I'm going to go meet them over here too. This day is going so well. I really want to ride Haunted Mansion. That's my must do. As long as it doesn't go down. How do you get in here? I lost. Cinderella, another favorite of mine. She actually might have been my first favorite. And then Ariel when I got a little bit older as a kid. One of my first costumes for Halloween I picked was Cinderella. And look, now the line on this side is long. See, it just doesn't make there's no rhyme or reason. You just gotta come look if you wanna meet these princesses. You can always turn around and walk back out of the line if it looks really long. I talk about this a lot on the channel, but I love meeting characters, even as an adult, because it does make me feel like a little kid again. It can feel a little awkward, and it can feel a little silly, and a lot of people say that it's silly and awkward to do, and I think those people are wrong, and I love meeting princesses. It makes me feel like a little kid, and that's what Disney World is about connecting with your inner child and playing, no matter what age you are, and making memories and spending time with the people you care about. So if you're doing that, you do whatever you want and you have a good time doing it. Mulan is one of my current favorite princesses. So that would be insane if Mulan's here, but that is not always the case. She often meets at the front of the park though, so I don't know, maybe we could also go meet Mulan. I'm just I've turned this into a character's morning. That's actually not true. A ton of rides. Hello, Cinderella.
We'll have to tell Gus and Jack to keep an eye out for you today.
Yes.
It's out and about the kingdom.
Oh, are they?
Piece of cheese.
Oh, wow. That sounds like quite the challenge.
Gus
Yeah.
and Jack are very excited about it. They're searching so they can share it with all the other mice.
Oh, well, that's nice of them to want to share.
Sweetest
Yeah.
mice.
Do you think they'll have any luck?
Oh, I think so. When Gus puts his mind to something, he's
Sure.
quite usually successful.
Oh, amazing. I was hoping we could get a photo together. Hello, Snow.
To see you.
It's lovely to see you, too. You having a wonderful morning?
Mites, of course.
Okay, good.
Miles and checked up on the 7 dwarfs.
Okay.
2 of them were on their best behavior.
Were they?
Why, some of them were. Why, Sleepy was still taking a few extra naps.
Okay.
Nature, the other dwarf's nature. He didn't snore too loud.
That's good.
Do it
That's
with 3
good.
of our new friends coming to visit Katana Night today. Having to listen to...
A lot of snoring.
No, it's
No.
so loud.
Yes. I did visit the Diamond Mine this morning, and I didn't notice him snoring, so I think they're doing a good job. Yeah.
Haunted Mansion was extra spooky today because it kept stopping and we were sitting in front of scenes for a while. That being said, we got off the ride a little bit later than I was anticipating, and now we've only got about 30 minutes until our experience is over for the morning in Magic Kingdom. So I looked it up right now. It's Tiana's Bayou Adventures posted 35. I am going to hope, wish, and dream for that to go faster. putting us under our 4-hour limit and making it count for our magical day, which has been very magical. I feel like Tiana's Bayou Adventure is a great way to end it. It's gotten warm enough that if I get wet, I don't care. And c'est la vie. Let's go on down the bayou. A great reason to ride Tiana's Bayou Adventure right now, other than the fact that it's a great ride, is the fact that you have that drop that allows you to look over to construction in what used to be Tom Sawyer Island. I say what used to be Tom Sawyer Island because I saw over it the other day and it's gone. The land that we knew, or the area, the island we knew as Tom Sawyer's, is officially fully removed, which is hard to believe, but I did see it.
That was awesome. Okay. And I think, so I don't recommend shopping in the morning because odds are you're going to find yourself carrying whatever you bought around all day. But I do recommend window shopping because a lot of times a little later in the day, the shops get a little more crowded. So if you go ahead and start looking around and getting an idea of what you might want to pick up later, then that is a great thing to do in the morning. That is what I'm going to do. I'm going to decide what I would get. Oh, the Olaf. Is this oh wait, he's a little park pals. They have magnets in their hands, so you can clip them onto like your bag straps and stuff, and they can hang out in the parks with you. Those are cute. I love Frozen. So we're in Sir Mickey's. Currently the vibe in Sir Mickey's is primarily princess merch, mostly geared towards kiddos. What if I bought a sword later? That could be cool. Honestly, I love costume jewelry. I should start wearing just like princess costume jewelry at the park. We've got the pretty dolls over there. I had Jasmine when I was a kid in those dolls. This is so funny. It's made of foam. I hate the way foam feels. Oh, actually, let's go look over here. Princess pins. I love the crowns. Small jewelry. I wanted these. These are little Aurora crown studs in silver and gold. I think I especially like this Lucifer and Jack Jack and Gus Gus pin, which is perfect because Cinderella was told me to keep an eye out for them. Okay, so my hope now is that we catch a mini parade. So the main parade of Magic Kingdom does happen in the afternoon, but there is a cavalcade, which cavalcades they kind of introduced during COVID when the full parades weren't happening. And the only remaining cavalcade is coming right now, which is why they are directing us out of the walkway. And it is a favorite of mine because it does have Miguel from Coco, which is one of my favorite movies of all time in it. So I definitely recommend seeing this. It's the Adventure Friends Cavalcade, and it typically only happens right at 11 a.m. So the only time you can see it is if you're having a Magic Kingdom morning, which means we definitely have to include it in part of our perfect Magic Kingdom morning. It's coming around right now. I can hear it. Yeah. It's also, this one people don't really camp out for, so it's pretty easy to walk up and catch it right on the parade route. Very mini parade. It's only 2 floats and then lots of characters on the ground. So you can see a lot of characters all at once. I really recommend doing it. Now I'm walking behind it. We're gonna cut out of here and head to Haunted Mansion that I've had on my must-do list for today. And then I'm debating, there is a castle show, which I was thinking about seeing right at 11:35, but I said a toss-up for me between that and Pirate. I saw no. I also might ride Main Street Vehicles, which it's not a long line. It's almost always a walk-on because it's just these old-timey historic vehicles going up and down Main Street. It'll take you between the castle and the train station. Either way, drop you off. It's a one-way trip. And there's usually not a wait. Like usually you can just walk up to a stop and you'll get on the next one. The catch with them is they don't always run. So like right now, we might have missed them because they don't run during parades like the cavalcade and they don't run during shows like the castle show. But there's a chance we could catch it after a castle show in the middle. What's the posted wait for this? Saying 20. I'm okay with a 20 for Haunted Mansion.
Change of plans. There was no way we were getting on that in time. So we're going next door. If you can believe that's next door. Geographically, it really is to Pirates of the Caribbean. Is that hard to believe that it's kind of next door? I don't know. I think of it as being very adjacent, but maybe it's farther than I think. But really what I think is that everything is closer than we think. So maybe I am right. Maybe it is right next door. We'll have to check an aerial view. But I can show you without even having to ride. This is what used to be Tom Sawyer Island. And it's gone. It's literally gone.
must do, check. Got Haunted Mansion done. Now it's about it's 11:54, so 5 minutes, not a lot of time in Disney World, not a lot of time to do anything. I think what I'm gonna do is go get a castle photo as my big finale with a PhotoPass photographer to remember my perfect morning by. I think it was pretty good. I am thinking my score is gonna be good. I also think I did some stuff that was kind of out there. So at least like, I don't know that my friends would have thought that I would have met 4 princesses and, you know, seen the characters on Dumbo. I don't know what they bet, but I'm pretty sure I did some things that they may have bet that I didn't do. So maybe I'll get some bonus points. Regardless, pretty perfect day. Chef's kiss. So if you want a photo in front of the castle, you're just gonna look for green shirts. The PhotoPass photographers wear bright green shirts. They're pretty easy to spot. And there are a number of them. So there's a huge line over here for that castle PhotoPass photographer, but no one here with her. So keep your eye out, look around. There's lots of photographers all around the castle.
That was amazing. We just rode 5 rides in 4 hours, and the first hour we spent eating breakfast. And I think that Pirates is a great way to end the day. Actually, no, we did 6. Oh my gosh, I forgot about Haunted Mansion. We rode 6 rides today in 4 hours in the first hour. So we rode 6 rides in 3 hours because the first hour, again, was breakfast. Should I keep talking about it? We ate breakfast this morning for the first hour of Road Drop.
I feel good about that showing, so I'm submitting my trip to the judges.
Now y'all know Mama told me not to judge, but what Mama doesn't know won't hurt her. And I'm the judge for today. Did you miss me?
I did.
I do. I just have to say that your days, and I'm going to continue to say this for as long as we do this, your days are so you-coded. Like, I felt like I was on a day with Quincy. I feel like I was on a day with Breedlove. Like, if I would to say, what would he do in the morning? That's what you would do. That's what Quincy would do. And so this was so much fun to watch. I got to be honest with you. I watched the video like 3 times because I was just having fun. I was like, this is amazing. This really made
everybody else, you guys should all also watch the video 3 times.
Let's get into the judging. Just to remind everybody, there are 3 categories that I will be judging from. Of course, that's popularity, variety, and ease. There are 3 points possible as well that I can give you for your day. Also, there's 1 point that I can award for the day that I loved the most. So the pressure is on, but I gotta say, this was a lot of fun to watch, and I think you guys agreed. So let's just get into it. Let's just go right for it. Remember, I'm your friend, and I love you both very much.
Of course. My only enemy here is Breedlove. And also the other competitors. Emma and Sage are also my enemies.
I'm going to actually start with ease this time. And the reason I'm doing that for a very particular reason, okay? Breedlove, you starting off by going to have breakfast was just genius to me. I loved everything about that. And as someone who, you know, either goes to Disney World to work or to play, I'm always thinking about that. I wake up hungry and I want something to eat. Water.
I don't want to admit it, but that's a power move.
So for my first scoring, this one's gonna have to go to Breedlove. I scored you a 3 for ease. Your day just felt easier. It was like very chilled. You kind of went at your own pace, yet you were getting a lot done. And I thought that was really nice. Now, not to be mistaken, or not to be, don't fret yet. QR code in the house. I scored you a 2 because I feel like on the other side of that, there was an ease of you being able to access attractions and go on from this and go to that.
19 minutes for 7 dwarves, baby.
I mean, that was amazing. I was like, this is unheard of, but that comes with the ease of after waking up, after making sure at the park.
I'll admit it wasn't easy to get out of bed at 6 a.m.
But you reap the benefits of that because I was just amazed at everything you were able to get done so quickly, you know, within the span of an hour. I was just
I was
like,
cruising.
Girl is not playing. Okay, now let's get into popularity. Now, of course, again, popularity and kind of how I rank it and where I'm coming from is, what are you doing at the parks that is popular? that everyone wants to do, the things that we recommend that they do as soon as possible, or the must-dos, right? And I really felt like you both did a great job of really hitting them popular rides. And although you both didn't get on the same rides, you still got on a mix of traditional popular and new popular. And I think that that's something important, especially at Magic Kingdom. Where Breedlove kind of edged you out, Quincy, is he did get on Tron.
He made it on Tron, and I turned back from Tron.
You did turn back from Tron, and Breedlove did get on Tron, which is something that is, very popular. And so I for a minute, Breedlove, I was like, oh, I think you ain't got this. Now, what changed it? And I'm sorry it did change.
I'm on a roller coaster. I feel like I'm on Tron right now.
Was the fact that Quincy did, and this is kind of going into my next one, she did more of an overall variety of popular things. She met the princesses. She met characters from Storybook Circus. She got on Dumbo, which is the popular Disney roller. Now, you did get on Astro Orbiter. You did do that, which is still the same ride. But I mean, if you're going to consider, in my opinion, Dumbo and Astro Orbiter, Dumbo
I had to inspect the new
paint job.
Furbish.
The new paint job.
I
Well,
mean,
and
really,
the new centrifugal force.
and it was very effective, and I think it looked very pretty.
Okay, simply because, in my opinion, Breedlove did more of the popular things. You did edge out Quincy in this category. So Breedlove, you got a 3, and Quincy, you got a 2, because you did
I'll
do
take it.
popular things.
I'm telling Peter Pan that you hate him personally, but other than that, and he'll come for you. He's violent.
If you watch Once Upon a Time, Peter Pan is
He's
evil.
scary. He's scary in Once Upon a Time.
Kidnaps children and
Yes.
takes them away.
And he's
Yes,
mean to
Neverland.
Rumpelstiltskin, my favorite character.
Oh,
I know about this firsthand.
You're a lost boy?
I wear the mark of the pan.
You bear the mark of Pan.
And you. I was reared on the
Yeah.
Isle of Pleasure.
I was a lost boy.
Oh, I really wish
No,
I
that's a
could.
different movie.
I was gonna say it's Neverland. Pleasure Island is Pinocchio.
But it's sort of a similar concept.
It is very similar. They were big on boys going away from home and being irresponsible.
Yes. And I like that.
The good old days.
I was like, oh, this was all really a good idea.
Yeah.
I didn't understand anything about the cautionary tale. I was like,
No. You were like, well, I wish I was that guy.
I want to be a donkey.
Yeah. Anyway, so Peter Pan's coming for you, RJ, but it's fine.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, last but not least, let's get into variety. When I judge variety, let me break this down for you real quick. When I judge variety, I'm judging variety from 2 scales. Different things done and different places that they're being done, right?
Interesting.
Miss Quincy of the QR code, like, girl, you are variety, okay? I mean, I just kind of have to say that.
I be doing stuff.
And you be did it a lot, okay? Because
Variety is the spice of life.
Yeah.
listen, you know how to season then, girl. Because you was putting all them spices over Magic Kingdom.
Spicy
Bay.
ginger.
And so for that very reason, I had to award you with the 3 points, full 3 points for
Yay.
variety, because you literally did in every section everything that you can do. You met a character, you did an attraction, you saw a parade or a show, you ate a snack at the park, you took a picture. I mean, all you need to do is see Happily Ever After, and you would have had the perfect Disney.
And they don't show that in the morning. Rude.
Yeah. So you got 3, and Craig, I did award you with 2 points because you, like I said, you didn't just do one section, you didn't just go on rides, but you went to a resort and
I'm learning some things about our friendship.
oh no,
RJ's gonna have to fight everybody, the entire cast. Every player's gonna want to fight RJ next time we see him in person.
I don't know if I'm going to come out front.
I'm giving him an impossible job.
But so that being the case, that leaves me to my last point.
I'm so curious about this.
And my last point is what I would like to do, or what I would think the perfect day would be. This was a really hard one for me, right? Because I feel like I'm on both sides of this spectrum. And for me, it really depends on the type of Disney day that I want to have. Because I could see myself having both of these days. I could see myself, if I have not been to Disney World in a long time, wanting to get up early and run and go and get on all the attractions. And y'all know character meet and greets are my jam. I love seeing princesses and all that. And then on the other end, I love a little moment to sleep in a little bit, take my time, go have a nice breakfast, stop and smell the flowers, and just kind of ease myself through the day. Still seeing and doing a lot of fun attractions, especially a mix of the OG and the new. So, the day that I did pick that I personally would like to do, or could see myself doing more of, would have to be. We'll be right back after this.
Rude.
It is Breed Love.
I thought this might happen. It's hard with the sleep-in breakfast. I also want to do the sleep-in breakfast.
And that's the characters.
Yeah.
That's really solidified it, because you guys know how much, like, Quincy, your day is me if I were to go to Disney World next week, because I haven't been in months.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would probably get up and do. But that second day, I'd probably be like, let's go eat. And then we'll just go with the flow.
It's real.
Because I think that there's value in that. And I'm going to be honest with you, that breakfast really edged you out. It was that breakfast that you did, Craig. But I am not the end all be all. Let's take it to Fry over on our socials.
Yes, we have in fact polled our social media audience over at AllEars.net on Instagram. If you're not following us, you definitely should be. We polled our entire audience, and there was one clear winner in this experiment for today. And the social winner for today is Quincy. Yes, Quincy, you are the social winner today. Very good job. Props to you. And I will see you next time. Thank you so much. This has been Fry.
I believe it.
Okay.
I
This
believe
is
it.
the best of all worlds.
It is. It is. That's
what I
thank you
said.
guys. That's awesome. I'm feeling good about our showing, but what is really cool is that we have three rounds each to play. We are also playing against Emma and Sage in a tournament this entire month for Rate My Trip. So this might be our performance for today's video, but for the entire season, who knows? So it's a good start at least.
If you're still here, go ahead and drop this password in the comments below, and go ahead and like and subscribe, and why not turn on notifications so that you'll be the first to know when myself or one of my friends puts out a brand new video, something we do all week. Why? Because we're serious about fun.
Yeah, we are.
Period.
And also, Bree Love, you and Emma and Sage are going down.
Oh, is that what's
This
happening?
is only the beginning.
Why are you covering your eyes? You're like,
I miss me
this
covering my
lie-
mouth.
This lie is so extreme.
I
have to
lie.
shield myself. I'm lying.
Me and Peter Pan are gonna beat all you guys up in a parking lot.